Before Pirates of the Caribbean, Disney was turning other rides into movies with Tower of Terror, a 1997 made-for-TV supernatural thriller directed by DJ McHale. It is based on the theme park attraction, The Twilight Zone, the Tower of Terror, at Disney's Hollywood Studios at the Walt Disney Resort in Lake Buena Vista, Florida, and was originally a presentation of the wonderful world of Disney. It is also Disney's first film based on an attraction at one of its theme parks, though it's also the only adaptation to be made for television rather than being made as a theatrical film. Unlike the theme park ride, the film has no connection to any incarnation of the Twilight Zone. Much of the film was shot at the actual attraction at Disney's Hollywood Studios. The rest was filmed on location at a closed stage in Hollywood, California. The following year would then give us Lani Loa, The Passage, a 1998 film directed by Sherwood Hu, executive produced by Francis Ford Coppola, about a woman murdered on her wedding day in Hawaii who comes back to haunt her murderers. The film stars Agnes McFadden, Bae Butami, Carlotta Chang, and Chris Tashima. It was the first film from Coppola and Wayne Wang's Chrome Dragon Films, a short-lived film company that was to specialize in utilizing Asian talents on American finance projects. We then continue our look into Asian cinematic creations with Ringyu, a 1998 Japanese psychological horror film directed by Hideo Nataka, adapted from the novel Ringyu by Koji Suzuki, which in turn draws on the Japanese folklore tale Bancho Sarisuke. The film stars Nako Matsushima, Hiroyuki Sanada, and Ryukika Otaka. The film follows TV reporter and single mother Ryuko, who is caught up in a series of deaths surrounding a cursed videotape, which we would later see become a remake down the line. The next year would then give us one of the most polarizing horror films of the year with the release of A House on Haunted Hill, a 1998 American horror film directed by William Malone and starring Jeffrey Rush, Famke Janssen, Taye Diggs, Ali Larter, and Jeffrey Combs. It also includes a cameo appearance by Peter Graves. The plot follows a group of strangers who are invited to a party at an abandoned asylum where they are offered $1 million each by an amusement park mogul if they are able to survive the night. Produced by Robert Zemeckis and Joel Silver, it is a remake of the 1959 film of the same name directed by William Castle, and features special effects by famed makeup artist Greg Nicotero and Dick Smith. That same year, Tim Burton would give us his spin on a classic American tale with Sleepy Hollow, a 1999 American horror film directed by Tim Burton. It is a film inspired by the 1820 short story The Legend of Sleepy Hollow by Washington Irving, and stars Johnny Depp, Christina Ricci, with Miranda Richardson, Michael Gabston, Casper Van Dien, and Jeffrey Jones in supporting roles. The plot follows police constable Ichabod Crane, as played by Johnny Depp, sent from New York City to investigate a series of murders in the village of Sleepy Hollow by a mysterious headless horseman. Being a student of the same university that produced this genre and film in 1999, I've always had an interest in The Blair Witch Project, a 1999 American found footage film written, directed, and edited by Daniel Myrick and Eduardo Sanchez. The film was produced by Haxan Film Production Company. The film relates the story of three student filmmakers, Heather Donahue, Michael C. Williams, and Joshua Leonard, who had character names in the film who disappeared while hiking in the Black Hill near Burkittsville, Maryland in 1994 to film a documentary about a local legend known as the Blair Witch. The viewers are told the three were never seen or heard from again, although their video and sound equipment, along with most of the footage they shot, was discovered a year later, and that this was recovered footage that the viewer is watching. The film received an unexpected acclaim from critics and went on to gross over $248 million worldwide, making it one of the most successful independent movies of all time. The DVD was released on Tuesday, October 26, 1999, and was presented only in full screen. The latter half of 1999 would then give us the remake of The Haunting, but it would largely become panned for its poor writing, heavy reliance on unneeded use of CGI, and criminally watering down the strong writing and psychological terror from the Golden Age classic. And finally, we end things off with The Sixth Sense, a 1999 American supernatural horror film written and directed by M. Night Shyamalan. The film tells the story of of Cole Sear, as played by Haley Joel Osment, a troubled, isolated boy who is able to see and talk to the dead, and equally troubled child psychologist as played by Bruce Willis, who tries to help him. The film establishes Shyamalan as a writer and director, and introduced the cinematic public to his traits, most notably his affinity for surprise endings. Released by Hollywood Pictures on August 6, 1999, the film was received well. Critics highlight the performances, especially by Osment and Willis, its atmosphere, and twist conclusion. The film was the second highest grossing film of 1999 behind Star Wars Episode I: The Phantom Menace, grossing about $293 million domestically and $672 million worldwide. The film was nominated for 6 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Director for Shyamalan, Best Original Screenplay, Best Supporting Actor for Osment, and Best Supporting Actress for Colette. Join us next time as we continue traveling down the road of horror.